Everybody.
I hate that song. It sucks. It's not a good song.
What's going on or whatever it is?
What's Going On by Four Non Blondes?
Oh, is that who that is? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Is there no like, hey, your stream is running? What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Whatever. There used to be a page like, hey, this is running and these are connected, but they changed it. Welcome everyone to a very special episode of Press Start Gaming. I am your host Todd, and I'm going to bring back your old name, Jim Tendo 86, just for this specific one. The other times, I'm going to call you Jim Shin Impact.
I hate that name.
You brought it upon yourself.
I 100% brought it on myself.
I have no idea if our Twitch stream is going. I'm mad.
It is. I'm watching it.
So we did not know, let me rephrase that. I didn't know Nintendo Direct was today. Did you?
Literally, I was strolling around on Twitter, and I saw, I think it was RGT85 had mentioned it, and I literally was like, oh, cool, I'll probably be at work. And I didn't think anything of it because they're usually at like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning. But this one started at like 3:45, 3:30.
Right. Which we had problems this morning. The Anime Awards were this morning.
Oh,
at 9 a.m. PST.
And y'all weren't happy about them.
No,
from what I understand.
No, oh my god.
We can have I know we're short on time today, but we can have a whole episode.
Wednesday Warfare is coming up. We don't want to encroach on Jeff's time. So we're going to run through this stream real quick, talk about the announcements. I haven't watched it all. Jim has. The first game I saw was fucking Dynasty Warriors, but Fire Emblem this time.
Yeah, they love that routine, man. They love that style of game, and I couldn't care less.
Now, if I remember right, the Zelda one sold well.
The Zelda one sold really well.
They made two of them.
Yeah. So
I guess, good for them.
Well, what I'm guessing is that those two games sold really well. It sounds like a lot of people play the mobile Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
And also Three Houses sold really well. So people like Fire Emblem. So I guess we'll see if this does as well. It won't do as well as Hyrule Warriors because it's not Zelda, but do well for what they're anticipating. I couldn't care less, to be honest. I don't.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you could care less about Advanced Wars, which was the next game.
Oh, no, Advanced Wars I'm very excited about. I was not sold on the art at first.
It's just prettier
but I got over
the
it.
Old shit. Yeah.
I got over it.
I will be curious to see how it handles things, because there were DS games, right?
Game Boy Advance game. Well, the first one is Game Boy Advance. The second one is DS.
I thought they were all DS.
Okay. No, the first one is GBA.
I'm excited because I played a couple of them whenever I had a R4 card for my DS, which that ages me quite a bit. An R4 card.
I have an R4 card.
Yeah. I remember at one point they were super expensive.
Not R4 card, but something like it.
Yeah. Put a micro SD card in your fucking.
Mine was $13, so it was not expensive.
Right. I remember they were expensive when they first came out. And then years later, I found them for like $8 on Amazon. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, and here's the other problem. DSs were smart enough that
they could tell.
Yeah. So there are, for instance, I was like, oh, I'm going to play Chrono Trigger. I'm going to talk about that here in a bit.
Right.
I'm going to play Chrono Trigger, No Man's Sky, which, did we know this was coming?
No, I had no idea it was coming to Switch.
Oh, well, No Man's Sky on the Switch. I was playing Chrono Trigger, and I was like, I want a way to play this the way that everybody says you should play it, which is on a DS. It's the best way to play it. So I was like, yes. Well, there's a certain right at the beginning, and this isn't spoiling anything. When you actually have to go back in time, you go through this portal, and there's like 10 seconds of you floating through this portal.
Huh.
And more than 10 seconds passed.
Uh-oh.
And more than 10 seconds. So then I like, oh man, maybe something's wrong with it. So I literally played the entire first part of the game over, and not first part of the game, first, 30 or 45 minutes over again.
Just for it to do the same thing?
Yeah. It just keeps looping. And so I looked it up, and that was, the Nintendo DS would automatically do that with Chrono Trigger if it knew you were hacking it.
Oh, no.
Which is what a troll move, man.
I would have. They basically gave you a demo.
100%. That's exactly what it is. But there were certain games like Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, since wouldn't let you control your train if it knew you were hacking. Able to do that and play that game, no problem.
Weird.
This was my first
next game.
Stoked game.
Yeah, Super Mario's. I'm gonna call it Strikers. I don't remember if it's actually called Strikers.
The best Mario sports game.
Over tennis and golf?
Yes.
Oh.
You ever played this for the GameCube?
Yeah, I played the shit out of it. I'm still.
It was awesome.
I'm still of the mind that Mario Golf might be top tier.
Have you played the new one?
Yeah. Andrew and I
don't even have it. I need to get it.
So the regular golf mode is great, but they have something called cross-country golf, which is the worst thing ever.
You just run, right? Yeah, and you just race each other.
And they have like multi-tiered golf courses, like heights, and sometimes it's impossible to get up to the higher tier. So, like, you have to strategize where you, like, if you manage to get up to that top tier, take care of everything up there first. It's a fucking nightmare. I am super excited about this. Super Mario Strikers is one of the top games in that Mario Plays Sports lineup, especially compared to, like, fucking Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. So this is Mario Strikers.
Oddly rare games.
Yeah. Mario Strikers Battle League in June. I will probably get this.
I'm gonna get it. For sure.
I don't really play my Switch much, but it's nice to like have some games.
Not to quote a shitty band, but it's been a while since I really like fell in love with a Switch. Like I got Monster Hunter Rise for Christmas, and I respect the hell out of everybody who likes Monster Hunter, but I don't. I'm sorry. And then I've been kind of dabbling in Shin Megami Tensei 5 and stuff like that. So, but I will definitely be getting this and several more games that we're going to talk about.
I think the last game I bought for the Switch was Mario Golf.
That was almost a year. That was a year ago in June.
Yeah. I didn't buy the Pokemon games, which usually I would have, but
apparently the new one is really good.
Arceus? Yeah. It looks like shit, but it's apparently really good.
Oh, even Alyssa thought it looked like something she would enjoy.
It looks like top tier PS2. So like God of War, like 3 or 2, like that quality.
I remember playing God of War thinking, it'll never get better than this.
It'll never get better. And then you look at God of War.
It'll never get better than this.
Then you look at God of War 2018 and you're like, holy shit.
Exactly.
So yeah, the next game after this, I forget what it is.
Well, we'll scrub through a bunch
we're just running through
stuff.
The next one is Splatoon. I don't care.
I truly, again, I have Splatoon 2. Thanks to Todd.
I was about to say I gave you my copy after I burnt out on it.
It's fun, but exactly, I got kind of over it real quick.
So what's funny is after I told Jim, I was like, hey, the direct is right now, and he started watching it. I went to go get drinks with a friend. And I
didn't know that's what you were doing.
And I left my computer running the direct and just kind of left it alone and came back. So whenever I came back, it was on. Did you know that there's a legit esport for Splatoon?
No, I didn't know that. Doesn't surprise me.
It was playing like some fucking tournament. I was like, who watches this?
But I mean, here's the thing. Everything has a tournament. even like a game that you think sucks, if it has a versus mode, there is a league for it.
But I mean, like, they had commentators, they had all this shit, and I was like, bro, this is too much.
Evo. Have you ever?
No. Like, Evo fighting the FGC. The FGC is a whole other fucking. I'm not gonna get into that because
FGC stand for Fighting Game Commission or something.
Community.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, Evo. I don't know if we talked about this with you. I know I did with like Andrew and Justin on another podcast. They got bought by Sony.
Oh, I had no idea.
Like the tournament organizer got bought by Sony, and then they partnered with like Pokemon's company. So like she's a part owner of Evo now for some
Good for her, man.
fucking reason. So CEO is like the only independent one basically at this point that's like well known. But yeah, Splatoon esports, go fucking figure. That was not my concern. The next one. You were super hyped for this front mission.
Oh yeah, man! I won't talk tons about it, but Front Mission Gun Hazard is a game for the Super Nintendo. They were strategy RPGs. They're absolutely killer. This looks weird for sure.
It looks bad good.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about the way this looks. It looks like a more. It looks like a more, in-depth Advance Wars, to me, just because that's what kind of game it is. And I've had some time to cool off, but these were killer games. I really like the first one specifically. I really like on the Super Nintendo. This was the first game that they talked about where I was like, oh shit, wow, they're really listening to like the fans.
This game,
because a lot of people wanted remasters.
I feel weird because that game looks like it's a demake.
Front Mission?
Yeah, Front Mission looks like it's a demake.
Did you look at what it regularly looks like?
Oh no, I didn't. But it looks like that Dark Souls NES version, or Bloodborne NES version, where like you can tell like they put a lot of effort into it to make it look its current aesthetic. But it doesn't fit to me. The next game was like a Disney racer.
Yep, I mean they had to eventually get in that business. Like why have they not?
I'm not buying it. I refuse to let others buy it. Just like I refuse to spend our Twitch money on fucking Garfield Kart. Like no, it's not gonna happen. So I'm skipping that. I don't care about playing fucking as Donald Duck. Which, by the way, is one of the strongest mages out there. I don't know if you know that.
Well, hey, you can find out, I think, fucking tomorrow?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Are you talking about Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, yeah. Well, did you know that Donald Duck is canonically stronger than Bahamut from Final Fantasy?
No.
So, remember in most of the Final Fantasy games, whenever you summon Bahamut, he usually does a move called Mega Flare or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let me look it up. Hold on.
But you can let this.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the next one while I look this up.
So,
fucking Force Unleashed. What?
Yeah, I literally said Force Unleashed would be out on the Switch. When they announced all of the other fucking Star Wars games. And I like this game. Was this the game you were talking about when you messaged me?
Yeah, it was like a Wii remake. Woo!
It's like a Wii game.
Yeah.
I played these games on, I think, PS2. You know what? I even have it on the PS2.
I have them on PC.
They're fun.
I have them on PC, and they run really, really well on PC.
Yeah, they're fun games.
But
we'll
talk about this.
I fucking couldn't give a shit about Assassin's Creed.
I could if it was on PC, and I don't know if there is a PC version.
But yeah, that's what I was actually about to say. If you have the means to play all of those Star Wars games, including Knights of the Old Republic, one of the greatest games of all time.
Right.
Play it on a PC if you can.
Right.
I would even say spend 99 cents and play coder on your phone. Don't spend the $60 that these games are going to cost when they come out.
So here's my thing about Force Unleashed. They made a better version of that game. It's called Fallen Order.
Right.
That is one of the best Star Wars branded games ever.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get around to playing it, but
you should. You absolutely should. So back to my dumb comment from earlier. In Final Fantasy, Mega Flare is Bahamut's signature ability. That is a 10 to the 6th power of damage, basically damage tier. Donald Duck uses Zeta Flare, which is 10 to the 21st power. So he's like multiple times more powerful. Yeah. And I was like, why is this a thing? It's in like the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. So SEO collection. It's been almost 15 years since those games came out. If you have not played them,
it looks bad.
It looks bad on this.
It looks bad.
Speaking of games that look bad, but I'll still probably play it.
This game looks bad, but I've heard it's like SD Gundam something or other.
It's the mini Gundams.
Heard this game is fun, and people who have played them in Japan have said that people here would love them. To me, it looks like a turn your brain off RPG. Like you don't have to think about anything, almost like the Lego games are to an extent.
100%. So I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
We talked shit earlier about like the Dynasty Warriors type games. Did you ever play the Gundam Warrior games?
No, never.
Those were so fun for no good reason.
Yeah.
My brother was obsessed with them. And one day he's like, you should play it. I was like, I played Dynasty Warriors. I know who Lu Bu is and all these things from the Three Kingdoms. He's like, no, it's different. And god damn it, I played that game for like 2 hours in a row. Is the next game Trigger?
The next game is the remastered, HD Pro, whatever, version of Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition.
So fill me in on this. Is this the sequel to Chrono Trigger?
Yes. So this is the sequel to Chrono Trigger. Kind of. It's in the same universe.
Okay.
Kind of like how Final Fantasy is.
Yeah.
This game is super polarizing. People either love this game and they think it's better than Chrono Trigger,
or it's the worst thing ever.
Fucking despise it.
Okay.
They fucking despise it. I have never fully played it. I think I've played it for a little bit, but I for sure will now.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're this close. You're this close. You could. Why not say at the last second? And also Chrono Trigger on the SNES. Not the. It's not called the.
It's not the Virtual Console, but it's the.
It's not the Virtual Console, but you know what I mean.
SNES Collection, I think it's what it's called. Next game was Kirby. I'm still hyped for Kirby. This game looks fucking
awesome.
All Kirby games are great. Nobody ever said shit awesome. About Kirby.
I'm super stoked for it. The fact that you can turn into a car.
Yeah. So Justin brought this up to me.
Yes.
And not even in the nice way. It was kind of just like, hey, look, another console got it, but not your PC. I was like, thanks, Justin. MLB The Show, which is a Sony joint, if I remember right, is now coming to the Switch. So it is on literally everything except for PC.
And this is crazy because for so long, the only way you could play a good baseball simulator
you had to buy a PlayStation.
Is if you had a PlayStation. Have a PlayStation.
I almost bought a PlayStation 5 whenever it was offered to me just for the show.
This was a yearly purchase for me.
Yep.
Was getting the show.
Same.
Because it's great. They're awesome games. They're easy to pick up on, and they're just turn your brain. I love baseball. It's my favorite sport. I love just turning my brain off and playing those games. So it's gonna be weird seeing a Nintendo Switch game with Sony on it, but
right. And which is weird whenever you see it, whenever you see the Sony logo on God of War, or on MLB The Show on an Xbox, which is just fucking weird. Next up was the cloud version of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3.
Not stoked about the cloud version.
Their collections, they're called like remakes and all that bullshit. I'm stupid because whenever I read cloud version, I thought it meant Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
No,
it means streaming from the cloud.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they've done multiple times already. I believe one of the Resident Evils is a cloud-based version.
Control is...
Oh, God. Control has a cloud version?
Cloud version of Control.
I'm going to...
You'd have to talk to Jeff more about it.
Yeah. Control's a great game, by the way, if you haven't played it.
Kingdom Hearts, everybody knows what Kingdom Hearts is.
Yeah.
You either are going to get this or you're not.
This is a sequel to a super old game. Koana or whatever it is.
I think this is just the remake of the...
I remember this game.
These are PlayStation era...
PlayStation 1 era.
Yes, platformers.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't see this?
No, Portal?
Klonoa is cool. It's on the same level as Rayman. You should check it out.
Rayman Origins is one of the best games ever, by the way.
Yes, but Klonoa, also pretty fucking stellar platformer games.
Sorry, I'm blown away by Portal.
Yeah, this is
and 2. Okay.
It's 1 and 2, yes. So this
looks very
legitimately,
Zelda-y.
when I figured what it was, it legitimately took my breath
Legend
away.
is alive with a capital A.
I never thought... So this was... Live Alive was a Super Nintendo, or let me say, a Super Famicom game that never came out in the United States. But due to fan English patches, it has a very good version you can play. I have played a good chunk of it. It's very good.
It looks pretty good too.
It is. This is one of those games that, like, why didn't this come over? Now I have hope that Terra Enigma, Soul Blazer, and Terra Enigma, Soul Blazer, and those games would finally leave Europe and come over here. Because it seems like
Earthbound
Nintendo is listening to this community.
So, this is an RPG?
It is an RPG.
Okay.
This is the game that Octopath Traveler completely rips.
I was about to bring that up. I was like, did this game get an Octopath makeover?
So yeah, it's like 7 different stories.
What?
And they all connect at the end.
So it's Octopath. Okay.
So
it's available on my birthday. Someone can get it for my birthday. Don't buy it for my birthday.
I don't think you would.
I can't even play Octopath. And I love the idea of Octopath.
I'm very excited for
why is Nintendo Switch getting sports?
Why hasn't it already? Why? This makes sense.
1-2 Switch kind of sucks.
It does suck.
Okay, sports, cool.
Yeah, if you know.
Wait, do I have to use my leg strap from Wii Fit?
You don't have to, but if you get the soccer game, you have the ability to, so you can kick and shit.
Oh hell yeah! God, go to the next game.
And then they played volleyball, so you can skip that.
I just saw it. I just saw that drum game that Andrew was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
taiko drumming.
It's so funny. I had this on, real tiny in the corner of one of my monitors at work, and our good buddy Jeff walked by, and I was right when this game was on, and he's like, "If you just go home, Jim," and so I was like, "Dude, this I have no interest for." And then I kept watching it, and I was like, "Oh no, this is actually kind of fucking badass looking."
I've played didn't you play this whenever we were in Austin?
I have never played these games.
They fucking had this game in Austin whenever we went to Pinballs. Or whatever that place is called.
Maybe I did.
Oh, I love this game. I've only seen it as the taiko drum. I've never seen it as just a console game. Right.
But this is it's the most Japanese rhythm game you can see.
I mean, well, to be fair, so is DDR.
User joined your channel.
I think that's Jeff, probably because we're encroaching on his time, but too bad. Triangle Strategy, the most important game.
Strategy, we talked about Octopath Traveler earlier. Here is the Here's the strategy version of the game.
Wait,
Cuphead
you can
DLC.
play the demo up to Chapter 3? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I've played all of it.
Cuphead, is this the new DLC?
This is the new DLC, yes.
Okay, which I think Ed has been waiting for like 3 years. Moving on. Metroid Red update.
Free update from today, which gives you basically like you get hit once, you're dead.
Oh, so like ultra mode, ultra hard mode.
That. It's like a nightmare mode.
Oh, it's called Dread mode. Yeah,
Dread mode. There we go.
That makes sense. Did you beat Metroid Dread?
This is the hardest game I've ever played in my entire life.
So no.
I'm so bad at
it. You can do rookie mode.
I'm gonna do rookie mode.
You can do rookie mode. I don't know what rookie mode does.
Play this game now. Play this game like a child.
I mean,
this is the hardest Metroid game they've ever put out, and that's saying a lot.
We've discussed that on, I think, Press Start, where like nobody in our group should shame for playing on easy mode. Earthbound.
This literally almost made me cry.
Earthbound. Meg Turney loves this
If you
game.
have not played Earthbound,
hey, that's the guy from Super Smash Brothers.
And you call yourself like a fan of RPGs, what are you doing? Now you have no excuse.
I know.
It's available right fucking now.
Wait, don't you have to pay
Switch.
extra for this?
Well, it's part of your Switch Online. So if you pay the $4.99 already, or $4 or whatever it is a month.
You mean like the family plan that I pay for like 4 of us from Ranting Media for?
It's not me.
It's your wife.
You do pay for hers, yes.
So yeah, eventually I'll play that.
And then there's Earthbound Beginnings, which is just the very first Earthbound game. It's called Mother.
Mother, yeah. What's next? This looks like The Sims. This was just
a whole bunch of shit. This game
that looks pretty.
Getsufuma Dana. I cannot wait to play that game. It does look very pretty. I don't know much about it other than I think it looks awesome.
Demon Slayer. Oh, this is just the fighting game. Which
also looks very pretty.
This is the fighting game. This isn't the
I have no interest.
All right, moving on. Lego Brawls. All right, cool.
Yeah, then just some other games. Lego Brawls was one of them. I think there was a...
that's 2 point. That's 2 point something.
2 point game, yeah.
Yeah. Is that all you got for me, buddy? No, that's a Mario Kart.
Lots of new DLC, and it is paid
for
DLC.
Mario Kart 8?
For Mario Kart 8, 2017's Mario Kart 8.
No.
Yeah, there are some that came out today that I believe are free. But yes, they're doing, I think over the course of the next year.
What
it's
the
like
fuck?
8 sets or something like that of 48 new courses for by next year.
How much is this gonna cost?
If they mention it, I didn't hear it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Jim doesn't. Oh, by the way, chat. Andrew, host of Neat Trash, has written. Jim doesn't get to say Demon Slayer is pretty if he was bored to tears during the first 2 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Bored to tears.
I don't get. Did you watch the 3rd episode? You had to do the 3-episode rule.
I haven't yet.
You haven't,
but I will. I will.
So $25 for all 48 courses. That's not bad. That's the cost of a new Mario Kart, basically. I'll do it. Fuck it.
I would do it. I have way too much fun with those games anyways.
Don't care about... Wait. Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass is also available as part of Nintendo Switch.
Right. If you have that expansion pass.
I don't have that. Jeff? Oh, bitch. So yeah, that's all. That's it.
Well, no.
Oh,
no.
is there?
There's a little bit more.
Oh, what the fuck is? Oh, it's a Xeno something, isn't it?
It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
These aren't real. These games aren't real.
I said it in our chat earlier. I like the Xeno stuff coming over.
Apex is starting to look.
It's like it makes me have hope that we're eventually going to get, and all these other games that are coming out that are older games, it makes me have hope that we're going to have a Xenogears and the Xenosaga trilogy at some point on some form of modern platform. The only problem is those games came out when they were under Monolith Soft, before whatever company that owns them now. I think Square Enix owns them
Squeenix
now.
Yeah.
And so I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how difficult it is due to copywriting and all that shit.
So one thing, my last take of all this, and this will be controversial, Jim, for you. I'm pissed off at the Chrono thing.
Chrono Cross?
Yeah, I'm pissed off because whenever I saw that, I thought it was a Legend of Dragoon remake.
Didn't they have that?
No!
I think you're wrong.
A Legend of Dragoon?
I think I remember listening to the soundtrack and being super into it.
Bullshit!
Or am I thinking of Panzer Dragoon?
You definitely thinking of Panzer Dragoon, which is a shooter. Legend of Dragoon is an amazing RPG.
The PS1 and like a
4-disc
Saturn game or
what?
something,
right? No, I think it was just PlayStation. Well, it came out on PSP. That's cool. Yeah, it's a great game, and I don't think it'll ever come out.
I have it. Yeah, I have it downloaded for the PSP.
Yeah. One day, I will be rich enough to fund it myself. One day. Final thoughts, Jamantha?
It was a good direct if you are like me and love retro games.
It was solidly okay direct for me.
It was a solid okay direct. I agree. And again, guys, if you have other ways to play a lot of these games that you liked on there, look and see if they're on PC. Look and see if they're on the PlayStation 4 or anything like that. Because ultimately, you could probably save a ton of money going that route.
Oh, yeah.
And you won't have to pay that Nintendo Switch tax that very much exists.
I never thought he would say this.
I used to be
never
like you.
In my life. It is on record
I almost spent $60 on The Witcher 3 when in fact I got it for $8 on PC and it runs better.
You heard it here first. You had to play Mario Strikers on the PS4. So
inevitably in retail, somebody will ask for a Mario game on their PlayStation.
Yeah. So
it happened multiple times.
So Jim, is this the year that we finally get you into a real gaming PC?
Oh my god.
I think so.
Because your current one is a office PC, like a prosumer one with a graphics card in it.
It works well. I like it.
I agree. It works well. Oh, you want to build
my
own
computer?
Yeah. That's gonna be fun. All right. Thank you everybody for listening. If you're watching live, we are about to switch over to Wednesday Warfare. We're gonna play
I apologize, Todd. It's got a new title. It is literally just called Wednesday Stream.
That doesn't.
What in the Washington football team is that?
That doesn't roll off the tongue.
I made a new graphic and everything, so it's official.
Fine, whatever. We are going to.
Here's what I hope the graphic looks like. I hope the word Wednesday is like a dick, and I hope the word stream is like piss coming out of the dick.
And on that note, everybody, thank you very much for joining us.
We're going to be playing Apex, new control mode, because it's really fun.
See you in a second.
Bye, everybody.